Welcome. This is a demo of Robo Cheat and Robo Draft, how they work together for 2018. Give you some ideas for your snake draft. So I like to start with Robo Cheat. So you just click on that, and this will give you an idea of what Robo Coach is going to do once you open up Robo Draft. So if you take a look in the Delta column here, this will show you where your sleepers and duds are. Anybody who's green is okay. This is a sleeper, James White. He'll be going late, and you can pick him up late. Although New England, you're probably going to have to handcuff him. So let's take a look at the wide receivers now. And we take a look, Antonio Brown. I'm in the 18th pick in a man's league. So 18 teams, I got the 18th pick. I'm going to be looking for players whose ADP is in the teens. Or I should say RoboCoach will be looking for players who are in the teens and who might fall to the 18th pick and who are good values. So Julio and AJ are good values. You can see their delta is positive, and their WUP, wait until pick, could possibly fall to 18. If I'm lucky, Julio might fall. There's some other sleepers down here in green. Hopkins is a dud. So RoboCoach, RoboDraft will avoid all the duds. You don't have to worry about that. It'll find the sleepers. Let's take a look at the quarterbacks quickly before we start RoboDraft. Alright, right at the top of the list you can see Russell Wilson is a sleeper. His ADP is 4th round, 3rd or 4th round, since I have 18 teams. Dak Prescott, another one Robo might target. And then Blake Bortles and Matt Ryan, also sleepers who can be targeted by RoboCoach. So with the 18th pick, I'm going to need to be able to find some sleepers. I'm going to need RoboDraft to manage the draft for me. Quickly, tight ends. Let's see what we've got. Rob Gronkowski. No, he's a little bit of a dud. I would expect him to be overdrafted. Luke Wilson, not sure I'm going to take Robo's advice on that. Don't know if he's going to get that job. But Zach Ertz, that looks like a good deal right there. His ADP is 44. So Jordan Reed, also pretty good. These are players who RoboCoach will target to help me get value in a later round. Alright, let's skip the kickers, defenses, and just go right into RoboDraft. You click the link up here. And it says order teams, but I've already ordered them, so I'm just going to resume where I left off. And down here you can see that's me at the very end on the right. Right there. I have the 18th team. And so what would you do if you had the 18th pick? Well, RoboCoach will just tell you. You click recalculate the picks, and just like that, you get the results. So what just happened? Basically, RoboCoach went through this many possible drafts. That's 5 with 17 zeros. That's how many possible drafts there were. You know, if I took this player and that player, or if I took another player and another player, all the different combinations, that's how many there are. Now, obviously, you can't go through each one of those things. RoboCoach has a computer learning algorithm. It knows how to search large spaces like this. It's not that it can go through and look at all those quadrillions of possibilities. It's that it has algorithms that can find a fairly optimal team in that space. And this is what RoboDraft thinks I'll do in the 18th spot. It's hoping that Julio will drop to 18, and that might happen, just given the fact that a lot of people take running backs. And then I'll get AJ on the turn at 19. And then in the 3rd round, I'll get my first running back, Johnson. And then I'll pick up Russell, who I get in the 4th round Robo thinks. And then you can see here you've got an asterisk player, Devin Funchess. The asterisk just means that that's not the optimal path. I don't need Devin in that spot. So that's a throwaway pick. Not throwaway that I would throw it away, but I don't have to take Devin Funchess. I can pick another player if I want. Robo is just suggesting that's a good value at that spot. So this would probably be a good time, since I can see down here that he's going to get James White in a later round. Probably have to get Rex Burkhead here, or whichever the first New England running back is that I'll have to handcuff James White to. And James White might not be the handcuff. There's Sony Michel, but I'll have to keep an eye on that. Make sure I have the number 1 and the first handcuff. Then there's Jordan Reed, another sleeper, and Jack Doyle, another tight end, asterisk pick. Great place to choose. Another handcuff player. And then there's my QB, Dak Prescott, in the 9th. And it's another asterisk player, so that means there's another QB later on that Robo thinks we'll go with. Oh, I'm sorry. We had Russell Wilson earlier. So you already got his QB. You don't have to take Dak. You can go with somebody else there. In the late rounds, there is my kicker. There's my defense. And I've got my tight end, 2 wide receivers. This is a PPR league, I should have mentioned. So there's a premium paid for wide receivers. And that's it. That's how RoboCoach works. If you don't like, RoboDraft works. If you don't like a particular player, you have the option of nuking that player down here. So you see this little link right here. So if I didn't think Julio was going to go, or I didn't like Julio, I could just click nuke and then recalculate. It would give me a brand new draft, no Julio. And then later on I could unnuke him if I wanted to go after Julio. And that's true for any player. So if you're not a big Russell Wilson fan, you can always nuke him and ask to recalculate and get the draft setup that you like. And then over here, the quick picks, as the players go down, they'll appear. So with the first pick, if Gurley goes, you just click there, and then Le'Veon's moves to the top of the quick pick list. And down here, Gurley has gone at the first pick. So this will fill out in a nice snake fashion as it goes along until it gets to me. And these quick picks are ordered by their ADP, so it's pretty easy. If you need a player that's not on the quick pick list, you can just select them up here. And that's it. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and like.